Welcome to John's Guitar Lab. Today, the C major scale. All right, how is the scale made up? The word scale itself. Scala, Greek word. Ladder, steps. All right, let's go to the board. C major scale. We see the note. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, look at this. C to D, you have what we call one step. Okay, we're going to do this on the board first. Then I'm going to take what we did on the board and I'm going to put it on the guitar fingerboard so you can figure out the notes. D to E. In between we have one step. E to F, we have a half step. F to G, a whole step. G to A, a whole step. A to B, a whole step. B to C is the half step. C being what we call the octave 8, the eighth note. All right, the formula, an easy way to remember the major scale formula is 2 1/2, 3 1/2. All right, now what does this mean? Okay, John, I see all the notes on there and I see these numbers in between. This tells me nothing. We're getting to that. All right. First of all, let's look at this little chart that we have here that I made up. I'm going to explain this and then I'm going to show it to you on the guitar. Are we getting a good shot at this? Can you tell me? The notes are on the top. Okay. See this number 2, all the 2's going across? That means we're just going to do all these notes on the second string. And you're already saying, how's that possible? I only know the notes on the second string up to the 3rd fret. Well, that's about to change. Okay? The frets that we're going to be using going up the second string. Okay? And if you're interested, the fingering at this particular time is not critical because we're not going to be practicing in terms of technique. But for those that want to already start with correct fingering, this would be, what a classically trained guitarist would use this type of fingering for this scale. All right? Again, the intention of this is not for your technique at this point. It's to identify the distance between the notes and how that major scale is made up. And by knowing just this little bit of theory, how you could figure all these notes out. Okay? Got enough of a picture of this guy? All right. Now, I was ready to say to the videotape, but I meant to the guitar. I don't think we do videotape anymore. All right. The guitar. Now, remember what I said that we're on the second string. We getting a shot of this, that we could see this? First finger, 1st fret on the second string, we know that is the note C. Okay? Now, when we go a half a step from C, we go to the next fret. That's a half a step. But, let's stop right there. What does it say here? From C to the next note, what's the distance? The distance is 1 step, not a half a step. So if this to here is a half step, this to here becomes the whole step. Okay, you hear that? This is half, which we're not going to be dealing with right now. This is the whole step, C to D. Now, to D, we want to go to E. What's the distance? The distance is a whole step. So even if you just use your first finger for now, okay, that you have it on the D, all right, you see you're on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and the next note is a whole step away. Whole step is how many frets? Okay. So now our first 3 notes, okay, we're going to do 2 whole steps. You already start to hear the scale starting to come out a little bit. The next note, E to F, what is it? It's a half a step. What do we know? What's a half step? Okay, half step is just 1 fret. Okay, so now we're going to do the C, D, E, and F. And listen. Okay, you see how the formula is starting to unfold? So we have 1, 1, half. Remember? 2 and a half. 2 and a half steps. Now, from the F, I gotta get out of the way here. From the F, we're going to the G. We see it's 1 step. So we know the F is here, 1 step. Okay? So let's do it. Whole step, half step, whole step. Next one, G to A, whole step. And remember, whole step, you're going to skip over a fret. All right? Let's hear it from the beginning. Okay? From A to B, we have a whole step, the distance in between. So let's do the whole scale now. 1 step, half. 1 step, 1 step, 1 step. And then the last one, B to C, you have a half step. So listen to the scale now. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Or we could say it this way, okay? We start on the C. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Half. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Or 2 and a half, 3 and a half steps. Now, by doing that, we know now, just using this formula on the 2nd string, C, we know that that note's D, because it's a whole step away. We know this note going down the fingerboard now, we know that's E. The half step in the scale, we know that note's F. We know this note is G. We know this note is A. This note is B. This note is C. Now, to do it in comparison, we're using it here, and remember that it's we're looking at the frets. Okay? That you could see that's the 1st fret, the 3rd fret, the 5th fret, 6th, 8th, 10, 12, and 13. Okay, do you have that? That's the formula for the major scale. In this case, the C major scale. All right? That's what we're interested in today. We want to make sure we understand the distance, the sound. All right? Again, we're not interested in the technique part. We just want you to identify the notes. One more time. Start on C. We're going to go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay? Hopefully that this is going to be very helpful for you, because this is the beginning of figuring out where all your notes are on the guitar fingerboard. We're right at the beginning of that. All right? Questions, as usual, comments below. If you like what you see, thumbs up, please subscribe. All right? I'm looking forward to your comments on this. All right? Because your comments, it helps me help you. All right? And I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Enjoy your day.